Hi, hello, how are you? Amanda, Seint artist. We're gonna do an eye look. I'm not sure what eye look I want to do. Let's see, let's grab, there's so many colors. There are so many colors. I'm gonna take Tangerine. We're gonna do a nice warm springy look. I'm gonna take Pomegranate. I've been loving pomegranate. Here it looks kind of brown, but it's more of like a mauve. I'm gonna grab Everest. We're gonna try something with this. Now this looks scary. It goes on really sheer, but I have seen somebody combine it with a color that I really wanna try. Oof. You guys are gonna think I'm nuts. Trust me. Trust, have a little faith in me here. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna prep my lids. I'm going into Versailles and I'm just gonna go from lash to brow. I'm also gonna use Salem for eyeliner. Okay, so I'm just going lash to brow, prepping the lids. I'm gonna go into Cupcake here on my second tier. I think this size is my favorite. This is the 18, and I think this one's my favorite. Okay, so I'm just going over my lid from lash to brow, all the way up. And this is just setting that cream. So this is making it so the moisture in the cream makes it a nice even surface, and then the powder Cupcake makes this a set finish so that there's no moisture on my lid, and it'll make my powders blend better. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rub my finger into Everest. And I'm gonna pop this right up here under my brow. And it's not gonna look green. It's just gonna look like this really pretty golden shimmer. That's it. That's all it does. Okay, I'm gonna grab a brush. Okay, I'm gonna clean this off. I'm gonna go into Everest, scuff her up a little. I'm gonna add a little more, flip it to the fluffy end, and I'm just gonna blend it out. But you see, it doesn't turn it like Grinchy green. Doesn't turn it, I just want it a little heavier. I wanna see this shimmer. Okay, it's so pretty, so pretty. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into Tangerine, and I'm gonna give myself a nice little crease to brow bone wash. So I'm just going back and forth and up, building up, because this is my transition color. I always have a transition color that's lighter here. It's just like an extra pop that can either add warmth, it can add a pop of pink. You can just add this as something extra, but I love having the dimension of a transition color just washed on my brow bone from crease to brow bone. Now I have hooded eyes, and they're not crazy hooded, but I have all this real estate up here, and I want to make sure there's color up there so that it doesn't, when my eyes are open and resting, it still looks like I've got color. Okay, going into Pomegranate here, and I am going to get a mirror and I am going to add this to the outside lid right here, and I'm going to pull out past the outer corner of my eye to make it look a little bigger, and I'm going to come up. And I'm doing good so far. So far I'm liking this combo, but I like to make sure that I come out and up onto that brow bone again because I have the hooded eyes, and I'm just pushing this in. I'm not going all the way across. I'm leaving that mid lid alone, and that's where we're going to be popping Everest. Okay, same thing over here, outer lid and pulling out and up. And by pulling out and up here, it kind of gives the eye some pull. And then I'm gonna push it in, and I'm gonna blend it into that tangerine color. But I just want it nice. Can't tell if my husband's home or not. Okay, there we go. I always have a tendency to pull up and then down, so I'm trying to pull up and over, but that's really quite pretty. Okay, I'm gonna use the little end. I'm gonna go back into pomegranate, and I'm just gonna pull this under my eye here and up, just for some dimension. It's really pretty. I'm liking it, I'm liking it. We're gonna continue going. There we go. Some morning dew. All right, going under the eye with that pomegranate, and then I'm pulling up. I like it to be fluid from the lower lash line all the way up. And I'm just making sure it doesn't do that. Oh, this is looking really good. Okay, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but if I don't, who will? I'm gonna add a little bit more, and I'm gonna go on the inner lid here. Inner lid. I don't want this above the crease. I'm gonna use the small end. I'm gonna push this down, and I'm just keeping this on the inner lid right here. Do you see that? That's very pretty. And I'm gonna keep this close to that lash line right here, and I'm kind of leaving the inner corner alone. Same thing over here, inner lid, not above the crease. And I'm leaving the middle alone. Okay, we ready to get crazy? Let's get crazy, okay? Bless you. I'm going into Dabba D. It's that blue color, okay? We're gonna put it on the small end. Flick off some excess, and I'm gonna go in the middle here. Now, there it is. Now here we go. Going in the middle of the lid, and I'm just blending it towards that pomegranate color. Stay with me. I know you think I'm nuts. Stay with me. This is turning out. This is actually pretty all on its own. If you like a little funky fresh. This isn't for everyone, but who would I be if I didn't bring that? This is pretty. That's pretty. Okay, washing off my brush on that tile, and I'm just using the fluffy end to kind of marry everything together, okay? I'm going into, I'm gonna scuff up Everest, that green color. I'm gonna scuff it up really good. And I'm gonna put this on top of Dabba D. I'm gonna grab it with my finger with what I've scuffed off. And I'm going over Dabba D. And I'm gonna pull this over on top of that pomegranate too. So it's going wider than the dot. Oh, guys, this is so pretty. Okay, going over Dabba D again. This is a very pretty color. Going over with my finger again to add extra. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so pretty. Okay, bringing it over onto pomegranate. I'm gonna take the fluffy end and I'm just dusting off excess. I'm not really blending, I'm just taking off. This is really pretty. I'm gonna add more pomegranate, just a skosh, onto the outside, and I'm just gonna wash over. Does that make sense? Tapping it on the outside to make it more bold, and then bringing it over on that crease brow bone. Okay, this is pretty. I need a fluffy brush just to dust off any fallout. We are going to go into Salem, which is black. On the website it looks gray. I'm here to tell you for certain it's black. Black Salem. I don't know if you can read that, but it says Salem. All right, I'm popping that in. I'm going to grab my multitasker brush on the little end here, and I'm going to spray it with setting spray. Am I? There we go. Okay, I need to buy more setting spray. Okay, going in with Salem, and I am going to line my lash line really thin, but I like the way that an eyeliner can finish off a look. And it's not going to be a bold cat eye or anything like that. It's just doing the lash line so that when I look down, people can see it. It's really just for people I'm pouring drinks for. Look at how pretty, just adding that little tight line for. I'm going to take whatever's left on the brush and just, I'm going to get my lower lash line here. I'm going to clean off the little end, tap into pomegranate, and now I'm just going to combine them and smoke that out. Okay, same thing, going back into Salem with the wet brush and aligning. And I'm staying close to my lash line. I'm not trying to be really thick. I always like to start in the middle. I don't know why, I just do. You can start wherever you want, but the key is tapping off excess product. I need to spray my brush again. It needs more wet. Okay. Going in to Salem. I feel like when it's wet, it makes it more bold and it goes on so much better. Going in. I stop at the end of my lash line and then pulling that out and up just a bit. I'm not making a big cat eye. Again, not making a big cat eye. You guys, this was really pretty. Adding Daba D under Everest. Everest can go on so sheer. And you saw when I put it up at the top, it barely showed anything more than some gold shimmer. But when you put Daba D under it, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Okay, liner. It's usually up there, but it's in the drawer. Okay, I'm just gonna tight line right here, give it a little finish. On the outside, get some of that waterline, same over here. Not all the way over, it'll close your eye up, and then just on this outer corner. I like this. Okay, let's tidy some things up. Need that cleaning tile. And I'm just going to get my under eye with my brush. Kind of want to add a little more brightener, so I'm just tapping the lightest amount on, and I'm just gonna sweep this around. Pretty, pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, just gonna give everything a final blend. When I give everything a final blend, it's a fluffy brush and I just stipple it. You guys, this is so pretty. Daba D with Everest on top. Get it, try it. It's so pretty. Okay, that's it. That's all I got for you. I'll post a picture at the end. Have a good day.